Okay, so that was a very simple example of execution of good functions. But suppose we want to get the receive the value from the front end or postman or any other resource, and we want to save that value in model class and perform the operation and service. So for this purpose, first of all, I'm going to create a model class dot model. Here imply is the class name. Here declare private int emp id, private string emp name, private double salary, and now we can generate segregator method of these properties. Select all and click on generate. Okay, employee id, employee name, salary. Okay, after that we can generate the segregator method of these properties. Okay, suppose we want to put the value implicitly in the property of this class. So we have need the object of this class, and here we are not using XML file. So how to get the object of this class? For this purpose, we have component annotation. We will get the object of bin file. Actually, add component is equal to configuration plus add b. Okay, component is a configuration plus bin. Okay, configuration, I think you have remember we have already done in Spring Core. If you want to get the object of any class, so we have need a XML file. In XML file we declare a schema and bin tag. So this annotation, it will return the object, and this configuration, actually we are using configuration annotation at the place of that schema. Okay, so and the combination of configuration and bin is equal to component. So through the component we can get the object of any bin class. Okay, so configuration is a class level annotation we declare in the class, above the class, and annotate this is a bin tag. Actually we are using add bin annotation at the place of bin tag. Okay, so here I declare here object of employee. So here I have declared components, so it will return object of employee class. After that we have need to transfer the value for employee ID, employee name, and basic salary. So for this purpose, open your postman. Here you get here, click on post. Here you will see here params, authorization, headers, and body. Click on body, then you will get here here multiple option. You can use form data, you can use in raw, you can use binary and JSON. By default, your RESTful web service support JSON. So we are using here JSON. So for the JSON, here we can specify the properties and value. Suppose here you can see this all columns in double quotation mark. After that you can specify the value. Same as here, I'm declare here EMP ID and it specify a value like suppose 101. After that EMP name and name like as a you can specify any name. After that I think salary, and you can specify the salary. Okay, and we want to transfer these values. Okay, so click on send. Okay, so that will reach at controller, and we are using post, so it will call this method. So we want to get the values of the front end and save in the object of employee class, and here I am also return the object of employee. Okay, and here we use a annotation request body and specify here employee emp, and now we can return here emp. Okay, and request body, okay. So actually we are trying to save. It will send the values of employee ID, employee name and salary, and we want to save this value in the object of employee class. So for this purpose here I am using request body. With the help of request body we are trying to set the value in the employee, and here I am also return the object of employee. So it will return the object of employee, so the value of object will be displayed here. Okay, so this value should be displayed here because that object will return again. Now I'm going to send this request for internet insert the record. Okay, first of all we have need the relaunch this application. Okay, after that we can send the request for post. Click on send. You can see this, it's working. So only we use at request body, and we can transfer the value and save in the object of employee object. If you want to check actually it's storing the value in employee or not, so for this purpose you can say you can show here employee ID, and it will show here emp dot get employee ID. Same as you can print employee name plus emp dot get emp name, and same as we can print here salary for salary emp dot get salary, get salary. Okay, save this file, and now we can again relaunch this. Now we want to check it actually this object contain the value or not. for this purpose, open this postman and click on send. Okay, and now we want to, you can see on the console. Okay, it's also showing here. So through this method we can easily store the value which we will receive from the front end. We can save in the object. Okay, now hello, anyone is there? Okay, any doubt, any queries? Yes, here please select your post. Here you click here, it will show the all methods name. Select here postman. Okay, after that you will get here a tab body, please click here. Okay, after that click on this raw radio button, and after that you can specify the within the, this is JSON, so open a brace and close brace. Within this brace you can specify the property name and values. Okay, so please select here body, then raw, then you can specify the JSON format, you can specify the value on JSON format. Okay, okay, suppose we want to save these values in the database. Here I am throwing here and it's showing only here on this screen, or here we are trying to show on the console. But suppose we want to save this value in the database. Okay, so for this purpose we are going to use JPA, Spring Data JPA. JP Jakarta Persistence API. Okay, Spring Data JPA, and this GPA Spring Data Java Persistence API, Java Jakarta Persistence API provide us some annotation like entity, and table, ID, column, one to many, one to one, many to one, many to many. So as per our need here, if to the entity annotation we can declare a class as a real world entity. To the table we can declare the name of table name, ID, for primary key we use ID, columns for column. If you want to relation between two table or two class, for this purpose we use one to many, one to one, many to one, and many to many. So as per our need we can create the relation between two class. Okay, so here we are going to use Spring Data JPA. So for this purpose we have need the dependency of Spring Data JPA. So for this purpose open your browser, and here maven repository, select this. Okay, here you can specify Spring Boot Data JPA, search this is Spring Start Data JPA. Please click on this link and you can select any version. Like suppose I select this version, click here, it will copy and paste in the pom.xml. Okay, and if you want to use Spring Data JPA, so we have need the a database like Oracle or MySQL. I'm going to use Oracle. If you are using MySQL, so please add the dependency of MySQL connector. But I am going to use com.oracle.ojdbc. Okay, this is dependency for Oracle. If you are using Oracle, so please type here com.oracle.ojdbc and click on this link. You will get here, it's quite, because Oracle is a paid software, so it's provided a single dependency. You can click on this link, this list, and click here and paste in pom.xml. Okay, here this is Spring Data JPA. We have not need of this. And we can save this. Okay, after that, if you want to relaunch it, so you can see here it's showing some errors. Here URL, it have made the URL. So for this purpose, please open your application properties and here declare like Spring dot data source dot URL is equal to JDBC colon Oracle thin @ localhost. If you are using MySQL, so please put the URL of MySQL and exe here Spring dot data source dot driver class name and here you can specify the driver class and Spring dot data source dot username is equal to system actually that is Spring dot data source dot password is equal to 1234. This is password of mine and Hibernate. Yes, you can update. So it will provide. We have not need to create the table in database. This command is spring.jpa.hibernate.dtlr2. It will automatically create your table in the database. Okay, so now I'm going to okay. After I'm going to again relaunch it. Because we have not need to specify the need to create the table of in database. Okay, no error. Okay, now so how to create it your table in the database? For this purpose, open your bin file you can say Pojo file, and here you can specify entity. Okay, and currently there is a Jakarta dot persistence dot entity star, and here we can specify table. You can specify a table name, like suppose table name is a arich. Okay, after that here I want to use AMP ID as a primary key, so here use ID, and you can declare a column. Column is optional, but you can declare it. Name is equal to AMP ID. Length is equal to 10, means it will contain 10 character space in the memory, only for 10 character, maximum 10 character. After that again paste here. Suppose here name, for name I have declared 15, and this is imply name, and then salary. So here we can declare here salary. Save this. Okay, and now I'm going to check actually this table is exist or not in the database. So for this purpose, SQL properties, and here connect system is the username and password is 1234, and press enter. Connected, and here I am going to check arich table is exist or not. If it will exist, we will remove from here, select star from arich. You can see this table RU does not exist. So now so this is the model class. After that we have need the JPA, data JPA. So actually data JPA is a interface, and we can create a interface. I'm going to create an interface. Okay, and here declare the package name is a repository, and repository, at the place of DAO we are using repository. Here you can also declare here DAO, no problem, but we are going to create repository, so here I have declared repository, and here the name of the interface is imply repository, and click on finish. Okay, this is a repository extend, because JPA repository is also a interface, and here I have created a object a interface. So here declare JPA repository and make it generic. So here declare the name of class, that is imply, and specify the data type of ID. So here I have declared imply ID. Implied is the integer type. So here we declare as an integer. Okay, save this file. Okay, so actually with the help of JPA repository, it will provide. It have predefined methods. Also, so we have not need to write the SQL query. Okay, at the place of this we will use the predefined methods. Okay, for insertion we use save method. If you want to update, we will also use save method. If you want to fetch the record from the database, so for this purpose we use find all. If you want to delete the record, for this we will use delete by ID or any other as you like. So actually JPA provide us the many predefined methods. We can use it, and we have not need to use SQL query. So at the place of SQL query, we will use these predefined methods. Okay, so here I have declared repository. Here we can declare here repository. Okay, now we have need a service class. So for this purpose, here create new, and I'm going to create a class name is a service. So imply service. Here declare here package name is a service and click on finish. Okay, this is service class. So here we can declare this is service. Okay, must we remember this? Service is also a stereotype class. Repository, you can see this repository, and repository is also a stereotype. And here I have declared component. You can see this component is also a stereotype. And here I have declared demo, but here we are using REST controller, but controller is a, here you can see this controller is a stereotype. Okay, so these are the stereotype annotation. Okay, so now I am going to create service method. So for this purpose, public, suppose here void, we want to save the value, insert the value in the database, and here we will pass object of imply. Okay, and here suppose it will return a message, or we can return the object of imply, no problem. We are return the imply, return object of imply. Okay, but first of all we have need to save this object in the database. Okay, so for this purpose we have need the method of JPA. Okay, so this is a repository, this is a imply repository, it extends JPA repository, and JPA repository provides us predefined methods. Okay, because this is child interface, so through this reference of this repository we can access the all predefined method of JPA repository. So copy this, and here in service method, here you can declare private and repo. You can specify any reference. Okay, and here imply repository. Okay, here you can see here repo dot, you can see here is showing the all methods of repository JPA repository. Suppose we want to save the data, insert data in a database. For this purpose we have a method save, and here we can pass the object of imply, and it will save the data in the database and create a table. After that it will save the value in the database table. Okay, now we have need to call this method, because through this method we are trying to save the value in the database. So for this purpose we are going to call this method in controller class. So there is a controller class. So here we have need to call this service method. Okay, so we have need the reference of service method. So for this purpose here declare we can use private, no problem. can declare a reference variable, but we have need the object of this class. Okay, so for this purpose we will use here a annotation name is autowired. I think you have remembered this. Okay, and autowired work on the only reference. We have not need to object of this class. So here I have declared this. We will work only on this reference. So here service dot store and pass here object of employee class. Okay, so here when we will call post home, so we can transfer the value from the postman, it will save in the employee, and it will call the service method store, and store method call the save method of repository and transfer the value of employee object. Okay, and it will return the object of employee, and here we also return the object of employee. So the value of employee object should be displayed here. Okay, so for this purpose I am going to execute this example. So for this purpose again I am going to relaunch it. Okay, it's working. Now I am going to send the value from here. So click on send. I am transferring these values. It's error 500 internal server error. So again I am going to open this. Cannot invoke count dot null pointer exception. This dot repo is null. This dot repo is null. Okay, so actually here we are calling save method. Save method is a repo method. Okay, so we have need the object, but for this purpose we have need to here use autowired. Okay, after that we will work on reference, and to the reference we can call that method. Okay, again I am going to relaunch it. Started. Now again I am going to click on send. It's working. Okay, 101 Ajay and 10. Now I am going to check it in here. Console is showing or not? No, here. Yes, it's shown here. Okay, means it's working. And we can also check it database. So here Irish is not exist, but now you can check it. Irish exists. Employee is 101, employee name is J, and salary is equal to 10. Okay. Same as suppose we want to add another values. So here we can specify another employee ID, employee name, and salary, and click on send. Okay, and you can check here. Okay, same as you can put the values, another values, and here click on send. Okay, again check. Okay, so we can put this values. So here I am using 3-layer architecture. So first of all we will transfer the value from the postman. If you click on send, then it will save this value in the object of employee class, and here we are calling the service class store, and service class store is calling repository. To the repository we can call save method and pass the object of employee class, and it will create the table in database and put the value in the table. Okay, it's okay. Any doubt, any queries? Hello, anyone is there? Jones, Gayatri, Ranjit, yes, it's okay. Okay, okay. Suppose we want to fetch the record from the database. For this purpose, we use another method. Suppose, okay, we will use this method to fetch the record from the database. So we will save the all record in list. Okay, list, and it will return the list. So here we will call service method. So service dot get all. This is a user defined method. Currently it does not exist in the service method. Okay, so don't worry please. Okay, I am going to create a method get all in the service class. Okay, so open service class here and create another method. It will return the list of all records. Okay, and here repo, for this purpose repo provide us a method name is find all, and it will return the list of all records. Okay, so we have not to do anything, only call this method return repos or find all. It will return the all records of your table. Okay, and we can call this method in service method. This is already service method. We will call in controller class service dot get all, and it will, if you will call this, so this will call service method get all method of service, and here imply service repo dot this is get all method. It will return list of all records. Here we are calling the method of repository, that is a find all. It will return the all record of your table. Okay, now I am going to relaunch it. It's very simple. Okay, it's working now. I am going to execute it. So here click get, because we are going to, here you can see this, we are calling get mapping. Here we are calling this, it will return the list. Here we are using get. Okay, so here declare get, and then you can click on send, and you can see this, the all records of your table. So it's very easy. All methods are already exist in JPA repository. As per your need, you can call that method. Okay, same as, it's okay, it's very simple. First of all, create a service method and call the find all method of repo, and this method you can call in the controller in get mapping service.getter. It will return the list of your all records, and you can show. Okay, so through this you can get the record from the database. Same as, suppose you want to update the record in the database,